Hello, my name is Linda Hubble, Senior Instructional Designer for St. Louis Community College, Merrimack. In this tutorial, we will examine changes to the Student My Grades tool and how those changes might impact the organization and management of the Instructor Grade Center in Blackboard. Students can sort and filter their list of grades in the My Grades tool. In previous versions, student grades were displayed according to the organization set by the instructor. Now students can customize their own view in My Grades using the following filters: All, which is the default, Graded, Upcoming, or Submitted. They can also sort the items in any category in the following order: by course order, which is according to the instructor's column order in the Grade Center, last activity, or due date. With the increased grade display options for students, instructors will want to consider how they manage or use several options in the Course Grade Center. These include unused Grade Center columns, due date settings, show hide column options, and options for the total or weighted total Grade Center columns. Let's review each of these options in more detail. Topic 1. Unused Grade Center columns. In this first example, we will look at an unused Grade Center column that is linked to an assignment, test, or other graded item that is not currently being assigned to students. Sometimes instructors preserve graded items in their course with the idea they might want to repurpose the content. Even if an item is not available to students in a course area, the linked Grade Center column might still be visible and will appear in the Student My Grades list. It will be less confusing to students if these columns are deleted. You will need to delete the graded item from the course area first, and for some items, you are prompted with options to delete only the item or delete both the item and the Grade Center column information. The next example includes Grade Center columns that were created manually, and these are easy to delete. Open the contextual menu for the Grade Center column and then click Delete. Another column you might consider deleting is the weighted total. If you do not use this column, delete it because it serves no purpose for you or the students. Sometimes instructors hide unused columns from their view of the Grade Center, and the columns cannot be deleted until the instructor manually restores the status to Show in the column organization screen. Point the mouse over the Manage menu and then click Column Organization. Check the box next to a hidden item and then click Show Selected Items from the Show Hide options. Click Submit to save the changes and return to the Grade Center. The unused column can now be deleted. Topic 2. Due Date Settings. Students can sort the list of assignments in My Grades by due date. The due date option is available when you create or edit a graded item, edit a Grade Center column, or manually create a Grade Center column. This example will demonstrate how to edit due date information in an existing Grade Center column. In the Grade Center, open the contextual menu for a column and click Edit Column Information. Scroll down to Section 2, Dates, and click the Due Date checkbox. Then select the date and time the item is due. For the date, click on the calendar and advance to the month and click the specified date. Click on the clock icon and select a time from the list. All times are listed in 30-minute increments with AM or PM designations. Click Submit to publish the due date. Enabling and setting a due date helps students be accountable for completing their work on time because they have immediate access to this information in the My Grades tool. Students can easily sort the list of items in My Grades to display a chronological list with a published due date. Topic 3. Show Hide Options for Grade Center columns. Earlier in the presentation, We reviewed the show-hide status of columns in the Grade Center. Now let's review how to hide Grade Center columns from students and consider reasons why you might want to do this. To hide a Grade Center column from the My Grades display for students, open the contextual menu for a column and click Show Hide to Users. This is an on-off setting, and when the column is hidden, a slashed circle in the column header is a visual indicator that the column is not viewable for students. To display this column for students, open the contextual menu again and select Show Hide to Users. You do need to be aware that hiding a column does not remove the score from any total column calculations. We will also review options for calculating grade totals during this presentation. So why might you want to hide Grade Center columns from students? One strategy for hiding grade columns from students relates to assignments, tests, or projects that require more grading time. Hiding a column gives you the option of grading student work over a period of time, entering grades, and then unhiding or showing the column so every student receives their grade at the same time. Another consideration might be how far in advance you want to publish course assignment due dates. As the term progresses, due dates might need to be adjusted for a variety of reasons. Making this information available at intervals of your choosing might also help students to manage their workload. Topic 4. Options for calculated totals columns. Several options exist for generating or defining calculated total columns. For this demonstration, we will focus on options for the default total column. One option to consider is whether to calculate the column as a running total or not. Let's discuss this option first because it directly impacts how the grade total for students is calculated and displayed in My Grades. If a calculated total column is enabled as a running total, then students will only see grade total points based on what they have submitted and what you have graded, which is not necessarily the current total possible. They might be missing or late for one or more assignments. This also means that each student, depending on when they submit assignments or when you update a grade column, might see a different value for the total course points possible. The way to manage grade reporting with a running total option is to always enter a 0 if a student does not complete an assignment by the time you are entering grades. Entering a 0 maintains a current total possible value that is the same for all students. The other option is to set the running total option to no, and then the total points will be calculated based on all of the grade columns in the total, not just the columns that include scores. Now, let's review options for including, excluding individual grade columns in the total. If you choose to keep the default setting all graded columns, then every column in the Grade Center will be included in the total calculation, even hidden columns. If you want to exclude just a few columns, this option can be changed for individual columns. Open the contextual menu for a column and click Edit Column Information. Scroll down to Section 3 Options and click No for Include this column in Grade Center Calculations. Click Submit to update the column. If, on the other hand, you only want to include a few columns in the total calculation, it would be more efficient to edit the total column. Open the contextual menu for the total column and click Edit Column Information. Scroll to Section 3, Select Columns, and click Selected Columns and Categories. We will focus on selected columns for this demonstration. Click the name of an individual column and click the Move button to include that column in the calculated total. Repeat this process for each column you would like to include. You can select more than one column at a time by holding down the Control key on the keyboard at the same time that you click the name of a column. Then, click the Move arrow to include those columns in the total. Confirm whether you want to calculate the total as a running total or not, and then click Submit. Two strategies for confirming the accuracy of Grade Center calculations are: number 1, assign 100% or full points for each column in your instructor_S row. You can choose to record the points as you record each column for students throughout the term or all at once. All calculated total columns update automatically. If the total is not what you expected, you can check the following. Confirm if any columns are hidden in the Manage Column Organization view. Check individual column point totals. This information can also be reviewed in the Manage Column Organization view, but you will need to edit the column information in the Grade Center view. Edit the column information for the totals column and confirm that all columns are correctly selected to be included in the total. The second strategy is you can log into your course as a student. After you have reviewed the column options and checked calculated totals in your Course Grade Center, it is extremely valuable to log into your course as a student to view the My Grades information in the same way that your students will. To summarize, we have reviewed the following options of the Blackboard course Grade Center: delete unused Grade Center columns, setting due dates, show hide column options, setting up the total column. Thank you for your time today. You are always welcome to contact the instructional designers on your home campus with any questions you might have.